The little feathers floaty flight in a breezy meadow where wildflowers swayed and bees hummed. There lived a tiny feather named Fluffy. Fluffy was small and white, with a soft tip that shimmered in the sunlight, and she loved drifting above the grass, watching rabbits hop and clouds sail by. But Fluffy had a big dream. She wanted to float through the meadow to find new friends and share her gentle twirl. One sunny morning, a playful breeze named Swirl swished by and said, "Hello, Fluffy. Why do you flutter so happily today?" Fluffy spun and replied, "I want to float through the meadow and make friends." Swirl puffed and said, "I'll carry you. Let's go." Fluffy's tip sparkled as Swirl lifted her to a shady grove where a little sparrow named Tweet perched on a branch, and Tweet chirped, "Hi, Feather. Why are you here?" Fluffy twinkled, "I'm floating to find friends. Want to come?" Tweet flapped her wings, saying, "I'm shy in big skies," but Fluffy smiled, "Fly by my twirl. You're safe," and Tweet soared beside her. Swirl carried them to a sparkly stream where a tiny frog named Splash hopped on a rock, and Splash croaked, "Hello, Fluffy. What's that floaty thing?" Fluffy spun, "It's me. I'm finding friends. Join us." Splash blinked, saying, "I'm scared to hop far," but Fluffy winked, "Bounce in my breeze. I'll guide you," and Splash hopped along. Next, Swirl blew them to a sunny field where a small ladybug named Dot crawled on a daisy, and Dot buzzed, "Hi, Fluffy. Why are you twirling?" Fluffy swayed, "I'm on a quest for friends. Come with us." Dot tilted her shell, saying, "I'm slow and small," but Fluffy nodded, "Ride on my tip. You're perfect," and Dot climbed aboard. Swirl whisked them to a grassy hill where a baby bunny named Hoppy nibbled clover, and Hoppy said, "Hello, Fluffy. What's that white feather?" Fluffy flickered, "It's me. I'm making friends. Want to hop?" Hoppy hid her ears, saying, "I'm nervous in open fields," but Fluffy twinkled, "Hop in my dance. We're a team," and Hoppy bounced beside Fluffy, Tweet, Splash, and Dot. Fluffy felt braver and said, "I want to float for everyone." Swirl whispered, "Twirl high and shine." Fluffy soared up, her white fluff weaving a dazzling dart across the meadow, and Tweet, Splash, Dot, and Hoppy clapped, cheering, "Your flight is beautiful." Children playing in the meadow saw Fluffy's twirl and gasped, and a girl named Emma pointed, shouting, "Look, a feather with friends." The children asked, "Who's floating?" And Fluffy drifted down, saying, "I'm Fluffy. I'm twirling for friends. Want to see?" The children nodded, asking, "Can we run with you?" Fluffy twinkled, "Yes. Chase my breeze." Mia and her friends ran, giggling as Tweet flew, Splash hopped, Dot rode, and Hoppy bounced, and Mia said, "You're so brave, Fluffy." Fluffy's tip glowed as the sky turned pink with sunset, and Swirl said, "Fluffy, it's time to rest." Fluffy looked at the grove, stream, field, hill, and meadow, saying, "I floated so far and made so many friends." Swirl hugged her softly, saying, "You're a tiny star." Fluffy turned to her friends, asking, "Will you visit my flight?" And Tweet, Splash, Dot, and Hoppy nodded, cheering, "Yes." Mia waved, saying, "We'll find you, Fluffy." Swirl guided Fluffy back to her favorite patch of grass, and her friends followed to say goodbye. Fluffy settled gently, feeling proud, saying, "I danced through the meadow." Tweet chirped, "You made us brave." Splash croaked, "And happy." Dot buzzed, "And fast." Hoppy hopped, "And safe." Fluffy's heart felt full as she said, "You're all my twirl." That night, Fluffy rested, dreaming of breezes, and the next day, Tweet, Splash, Dot, Hoppy, and the children visited, playing in the meadow. The grass sparkled with laughter, and Fluffy's white shine glowed, knowing our floaty flight had made everyone smile.